Josh Shigala, who will adopt Bitcoin next?
Yeah, just want to add, it doesn't shock me that the banks are doing this. What really annoys me is that the banks say they will offer their clients Bitcoin, but they will not still onboard Bitcoin companies. And this is sick. These guys are a bunch of ass wipes. You know, that's how I have to say it. Like honestly, uh, banks, you if you want to step into the game and grow this space and not just basically use it as a marketing tool, and uh, actually help revolutionize money, then help businesses that are doing amazing work in this space by onboarding them. It's like the pot industry in the States, not being able to bank and having to use all of cash, and being in a really dangerous spot, very robbable because they have to use paper cash. Actually, they don't have to because they could use Bitcoin. But yeah, so on board businesses. That's where I would take my hat off and say, good on you, bank. And there are some banks, obviously Silicon Valley Bank, early adopter, very early to help Coinbase out, took shares, in fact, of Coinbase to onboard them, and good on them for putting their license on the line, to help the fintech space. Fintech is such a new industry. Like, no one even heard the term fintech until Bitcoin was invented. There just hasn't been any financial technology for so long. So by this coming out, banks could really help move fintech across the line and push it further. And this is such an exciting space. If you ran a bank, why wouldn't you want to be part of this and showcase yourself as something that's very, very innovative? Because it's definitely not innovative selling Bitcoin to high net worth individuals.
Everyone knows fintech is for sharks. I'm into finitech. Martine, your thoughts. Who adopts Bitcoin next?
That's a good one. That's a very good bridge. I think it will. We'll first see that the silver's total market cap will be eaten by Bitcoin. Right now we're at 1 trillion. Silver's total market cap, I believe, is $1.5 trillion. So we're already 3/4 there. So that's the first step. What Josh says with the banks, the embracing Bitcoin, is that you'll see different pickups for banks picking up Bitcoin in different countries. Germany is a good example, where there are over 600 smaller banks. In the Netherlands, there are like 5 banks. In Portugal here, I don't know how many, not too much. But in Germany, you'll find that many of those 600 banks are struggling. They're not doing very great. So they're looking for ways to modernize. And what you see is that with the current regulations, I hate the regulations, but they require Bitcoin companies to partner with a bank. Reasoning behind it is that the German regulator says that Bitcoin is a financial product, and as such, end users should expect the same level of service as they would would get from a normal bank. So you see that smaller players in Bitcoin space, not really small players like Bitwala, they teamed up with, in this case, Solaris Bank, and they now offer payment cards. So you can swap your Bitcoin over for some fiat and then use their cards to pay it. So I think we'll see more and more partnerships there. But as Josh said, some banks will be reluctant to do that. In the Netherlands, you won't see any progress whatsoever. Portugal, I don't know, but I know, for example, in Germany, I expect lots of things happening there because, as I said, there's so many banks, and within 20 years, most of those banks won't exist any longer, especially if they don't keep up with their fintech, meaning Bitcoin.
I hear a lot about banks and the state and other countries, but why not organized religion? They say, give unto Caesar that which is Caesar's, and give unto God something good like Bitcoin. Why can't you tithe by just clicking a QR code and we could hand around an empty basket? Everyone can anonymously donate as much Bitcoin as they want to God.
But Thomas, I don't understand. You say the religion. We already have a religion. It's the Church of Nakamoto. So why would I need another religion if I already have Bitcoin?
I don't know. And you can always practice your religion right here by shocking Ben. We can send Ben slaps or smoke. There's all kinds of new QR codes. Let's see if we can practice right now by sending a transaction, the holy rite of the religion of Satoshi. Oh, it works. That's it. That's how you know it's a good religion.